Hello friends, this is Lizard World and do subscribe to my channel to get new notifications on my new uploads. And today I am going to deal with the taxation history or historical development of taxation. Before that, what is tax? The word tax has derived from the word taxation, which means estimate. Taxes are considered to be the lifeblood of good governance. All-round progress of society rests on revenue which is gained through the collection of taxes or the process of taxation. Mainly, the power to levy or the impose taxes or collect taxes is vested with the sovereign. The supreme power have the power to levy taxes. And the collection of tax proceeds to go to general revenue of state, and the taxpayer gets no return for this contribution individually. But there is a common benefit when the tax is used to prepare a road, to construct a building, like that. A common benefit can be gained, but no individual benefit will arise out of this tax collection or for the taxpayer. And coming to the history, before knowing what is the history or historical development of India, we can go through some other countries' taxation system. And first of all, Egypt. Actually, during what Egyptian civilization itself, the word tax has relevancy there. In Egypt, the process of taxation has been there from 2000 BC onwards. The first known system of taxation is in ancient Egypt around 3000 BC. Earliest widespread form of taxation is known as corvée in Egypt, which means forced labor provided to the state. Actually, the system of collection of tax there at that time is very much what the highest authority, that means the pharaohs or king, used to collect tax from the labor of poor workers. In Egypt, heavy tax is imposed even for basic needs like cooking, oil, grains, etc. Now we can look what is a tax system in China. Yeah, China has written records. There also tax is the most important source of revenue. Agricultural and land taxes were there. Even commercial taxes were also there. But at the times of wars, they impose only low commercial tax as the commercial activities will not be working properly at that time. And in times of natural calamities, inflation period, etc., no tax is used to collect. At first there is no agriculture industry taxes, etc., but now they levy tax on agriculture industry also. It is because, look, as a society changes, there will be many reforms. So, as a effect, the tax system is also needed to change. Now, in Greece, like other countries, in Greece also, tax is an important source of revenue. There are import tax, export tax, port tax, foreign resident tax, etc. And these taxes, they used to conduct festivals, construct temples, buildings, etc. for the development of people. They use taxes for these purposes. And land taxes were also there. In case of mines, if anyone is working in a mine or running a mine, they impose more tax. Every month, poll tax is compulsory. They used to collect poll tax. Now, we can stop about saying about countries' system of taxation. Now, what does it change which took place when it comes to Middle Age? During colonization, The system of tax became more relevant. Mostly taxes paid on British rule. Britishers used to impose taxes, and the taxes paid to the British. The people are forced to pay tax. Heavy duty was imposed like that, and there's no exemption if that is an agriculture, industry, or anything. They used to impose tax. Even the poor people have to impose tax at that times. Now recently, United States used to impose heavy tax, and the same is used for war period. They used to collect tax in order to use that in case a sudden war happened or like that. Now coming to taxation in ancient period of India, tax is written on Manusmriti, Arthashastra, Dharmashastra, etc. Policies regarding tax and how to impose tax and what are the types of tax, etc. are included in these written records like Manusmriti, Arthashastra, etc. The system of tax is first described in Manusmriti. Though the king is the final authority and has the full power to impose tax, even the land tax. Share of living in land is to be given to the king, as accordingly king has the full power on land. The full power on land is with the king, and even they impose heavy tax or a tax on the poor farmers. And in Dharma Shastra, king is considered as God, so the share of whatever income earned to be provided to the king. According to Manusmriti, a well-planned system was there. Kaudilya's Arthashastra has a written code on full details regarding financial matters. It's on the reign of Mauryan Empire. Land revenue and agriculture was the main source of income. Even there are forest and land tax. Income tax constituted major part of revenue. Tax should be proportional to the income. Always the things are proportionate, but there is tax. Sales tax was there. Tax was collected even for gambling. No overtax was there, only proportionate. Systematic administration was there. That income tax administration like that. Modern system of taxation was based on Arthashastra as calculations were specifically explained. Arthashastra specifically explains how to calculate tax. So, now the modern system was based on Arthashastra. Land revenues were also there. Authoritative text on public finance administration is there. Tax is a bilateral contract between king and the people. They voluntarily pay tax according to their production. At the time of production, they will calculate how much tax they want to pay, and it will be paid voluntarily. Tax on surplus and profit only. No high tax is imposed. Land tax, toll tax, irrigation tax, labor tax, etc. are another types of tax. And in medieval period, that is in the time of Mughal reign, Akbar formulated tax system. Land revenue was there. They used to use British system of practice. After First World War, changes in taxation came. Include modern system. Now we can go through what is a modern system. So, tax system of British India reflected characteristics of traditional agricultural economy. Agricultural economy has is the great part of revenue, and they used to impose tax on that agriculture. Revenues of central government was dominated by custom duties, as domestical requirement for manufactured goods were met mostly by importers. Various customs and tariff enactments were passed from time to time, and all these enactments were codified to Customs Act 1962. Apart from indirect taxes, the chief source of revenue was from direct tax, as income tax introduced by British in India in 1860. To overcome There were many financial difficulties arose due to the crisis of 1857, and thereby British introduced a specific income tax system in 1860. Until 1886, income tax imposition remained irregular. There was no systematic way of imposition of tax. Thereafter, it became systematic. As there are many changes and there are changing requirements of finance and economic policies, the form of income tax has also undergone series of changes. Then the Act of 1886 levied tax on income of both residents and non-residents in India, keeping agricultural income beyond tax liability. Then the Act remained in force for 32 years, and after that a new act is enacted in 1980. The legislation charged all receipts, casual or non-recurring, pertaining to business or profession, and this act was replaced by Income Tax Act 1922 in view of several reforms introduced by Government of India Act 1990. And it made a significant change, as the set-off of laws from one source against the income from other sources, and it also introduced a separate department for income tax administration. Now, the present law of income tax in India is governed by the Income Tax Act 1961, which replaced the Income Tax Act 1922. And now that's all about the history or the historical development of the taxation system of various country, and a detailed version of the taxation system in India. And if there is more to, I don't know, if there's more to upload in history. If there is, just comment and I will add more and have a detailed description of history, and more classes on taxation will come soon. And do subscribe for notification.